Imagine someone places a marshmallow in front of you. They tell you not to eat it. If you wait just 15 minutes, you will get a second marshmallow. It sounds easy, but could you really resist? In the early 1970s, psychologist Walter Mischel wanted to find out. He wasn't studying candy. He was studying self-control. He believed one simple choice could reveal something important. The experiment took place at Stanford University. Young children were invited into a quiet room. Each child sat alone at a small table. On the table sat one marshmallow. The researcher explained the rules. The child could eat it immediately or wait for the researcher to return. If they waited, they would receive 2 marshmallows instead of 1. Then the researcher left the room. The real experiment had begun. Some children grabbed the marshmallow instantly. Others tried to wait. Waiting turned out to be much harder than expected. Some stared at the marshmallow. Some smelled it. Some touched it. Some even licked it. Every second felt longer than the last. One child covered their eyes. Another sang to themselves. Some walked around the room. Others sat on their hands. They were trying to distract themselves. Many eventually gave in. They happily ate the marshmallow. Others waited until the researcher returned. They earned the second reward. At first, it seemed like a simple children's game, but Mischel believed it meant much more. Years later, researchers followed many of those children. They wanted to see how their lives had changed. The results surprised the world. Many children who had waited tended to do well later in life. They often earned higher test scores. Many handled stress more effectively. They were less likely to act impulsively. Some people believe the experiment proved self-control predicts success. Newspapers quickly spread the story. It became one of the world's most famous psychology experiments. Schools began teaching its lesson. Parents loved the idea. But the story didn't end there. Other scientists decided to repeat the experiment. They found something interesting. Self-control was important, but it wasn't the whole story. A child's environment also mattered. Imagine growing up with broken promises. Adults often say they will return, but never do. Would you trust them this time? Probably not. You might eat the marshmallow immediately, not because you lack self-control, but because you don't expect the second reward to come. Trust changes decisions. Family life also plays a role. So does education. So does financial security. Success is rarely explained by one experiment alone. Human behavior is much more complicated. Even Walter Mischel agreed. He later explained that self-control can be learned. It isn't something you're simply born with. Children can improve it over time. Adults can improve it too. Small habits make a big difference. Learning to wait becomes easier with practice. The brain grows stronger each time we resist temptation. That's why athletes train every day. That's why musicians practice for years. Great achievements rarely happen overnight. They require patience, discipline, and consistency. The marshmallow was never really about candy. It was about the choices we make every day. Spend or save. Quit or continue. Give up or keep trying. Those small decisions slowly shape our future. One choice may seem unimportant. Hundreds of choices can change a life. The marshmallow experiment reminds us that patience has value, but it also reminds us that opportunity and trust matter just as much. Sometimes, the greatest reward comes to those who know when to wait.